Hi everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdi.com. I'm looking around making sure I'm in the right spot. So welcome to what's today, Wednesday. It's a very wet day in Arizona. Let's see here. I want to make sure that gets going the same time, because if it's not looking good for you, then it shows me over there, right? Because the phone is kind of high. So, all right, so it looks good. So it is a super wet day in Arizona. I have been getting packages ready, and I got them all done. I was like freaking out. I was like, oh, it's getting close, and I'd have to go to the bathroom. I'd get Jeff to listen for the mailman because he's off today. But so if you had the class in the mail for the Cactus Cuties, those are going out today, as well as more of the cute little pouch, zipper pouch with the adhesives in it. Those are ready to go as well. And so what's good is I'm going to share a few of the classes over the next few days and a few of my lives from the Cactus Cuties, just because I have those pieces cut. The cards are super cute. I want you to get excited for my classes, to give you an idea of the kind of projects that you do, so that maybe you'll want to do March's class, and it's going to be the Catch You Later stamp set. Also, it allows me to work on other stuff because that stuff's already cut and ready to go. So it sure made it good today, because I would have been stressing, right? And stress is not good. All right. So, hey, everybody. Hey, Candy. Hey, McKenna and Teresa and Stacy. Welcome. Oh, it's nice. What? Oh, yes. We do need the rain, right? We live in the desert, but we always say, but we don't need it all in one day. But so anyways, but all right. So let me flip the phone and we will get started. All right. I always put my hand there so that you don't get seasick. All right. There we go. Can you get seasick watching a video? I know when we would come back from our cruises with Stampin' Up, I would have sea legs or land legs or something, and oh my gosh, I would just feel like I was gonna fall out of the bed. But so anyways, all right, so I'm going to be using, and I hope I pulled everything. I hope. All right, and it's going to be the Cactus Cuties stamp set. I'll scoot my phone over just a tad. All right. And I'm sorry for the reflection on the shiny case. So it's a Cactus Cutie. So this is what was a February class, and it has a punch. And I'm like, where's my punch? Am I gonna use the punch? I'm like looking at all my punches on my thing. There it is. It's just a weird one, right? Like I'm looking for a cactus punch, and this is what's on the side. So in my mind, that does not say cactus, right? I mean, it is, it's the pieces. But when I'm looking at all of my pile, or like where I have them, it's not like an obvious punch. All right, so we're going to use that. It is a photopolymer. Hi, Carol. It is a photopolymer stamp set. So I'm going to use the little mat. And I kept saying that this wasn't in the catalog. And then I was looking at the catalog, and when I was doing the PDF, and this is in the catalog. So I think it was not in last year's, because they were not going to keep it. And then everyone was like, what? We need it. So anyway, so it is in the catalog, but that's the item code anyway. All right, so let's get that ready. Now, this is what it is like when I talk about card guts and what the class of the mail is like. So you would get everything in your little envelope. And then this is basically just pretend you're taking a class. All right, so the main piece that is your card base is the basic white, thick, and then these are the pieces. So you always want to get your pieces ready to go before you start to stamp, so you don't by accident stamp on the wrong piece, right? All right, so you have an outside piece, you have this inside piece, which goes with these two. Now I have done this several times because I had to redo my video because the first time didn't tape right. So I had to redo the whole video of demonstrating. All right, now this piece is the same size as this. It's just that I want to tie a ribbon around it, and it would be really hard to tie a ribbon around these. So I just put a piece of cardstock in there that these are going to get tied or glued to. So that goes there. And then you have these pieces. So I just kind of explain, you know, how the layers go. So there's no questions, because sometimes there's pieces that are the same size. And then this one is what you're going to stamp your cactuses on and cut them out for all the 3D stuff. So that's the pieces for this card. Alrighty then. So let's do some gluing, some stamping, and all that fun stuff. All right, so let's get these two glued. And I learned this really cool technique. And what you want to do is you want to take your Stamparatus, and I learned this from Bruno Battucci. Now this is this piece. Now, because these are the same width, right? So if you're gluing, you know, without it, then you're kind of like trying to get it, you know, eyeballed or whatever, especially when it's the same width. A lot of times I will cut things off like a little bit bigger and then you just trim them, but it's not the case with this. So what you do is you put your cardstock up into the crack or the corner of the Stamparatus. And then we're going to take our glue, and I'm like going, where is my glue? Here it is. Ugh. So yeah, I had packages all over the place. All right, so I'm just using my seal. So anyway, so now I texted the mailman. I go, is it you coming? Because sometimes we have a sub, and he goes, yeah, it's me. And I go, okay, I have a lot of packages. All right, so see, and now you put the DSP up in the corner, and look, it's like all in the right place. Then we're going to flip it and glue the striped. Now here is part of it's the $100 level, and I hope my my internet is okay, because it is so wet. Sometimes that affects it. So I apologize if there's any kind of like blotchiness. All right, and then see, now that's all the way where it needs to be. All right, so I'm good with that. Alrighty. Okay, so then that's gonna go on there. So I'm just getting my pieces kind of ready to go. All right, then I have these two. Right. So since I used the DSP on the front, I usually like to put the same DSP on the inside just to kind of coordinate, you know, the front and the inside. Plus, I love the look of the staggered DSP. All right. So I probably, this is the same. So after I told you about the Stamparatus, I put it away. So I'm just going to glue this on here the old way. But anyways, but I love that tip because it sure makes you not do any boo-boos. All right, so let's see here. So this is the little piece we want to stamp on. And we also are going to stamp on our greeting on there. All right, so let's get some stamping going on. Let me get this over here. So if you are interested in, if you don't get my emails, make sure you sign up for my email. You can go to my blog. And, oh, so Joe, your class will be going out in the mail when the mailman picks it up. So you want to make sure you go to my blog, or you can send me a private message and I can add you to get my emails. And so you don't miss out. Because I don't always mention the classes on here. I try to, right? But sometimes I don't. All right. So this is Cajun Craze. Let me make sure it's good and inked. Good. All right. So we want Cajun Craze So we want our pot. Let's see. Let me open all these ink pads up. All right, I have Granny Apple, I have Shaded Spruce, and I have Fresh Freesia. So those are the colors that we're using today. All right, I'm also going to use this little pot with the Fresh Freesia. And basically what I did was I just looked at the cardstock. And let me show you what it is. It's this, because it's $100 level in the Friendly Hello. So see, it's this DSP. So for a $100 order, you get the DSP and the stamp set. So that's the DSP that I'm using. So basically, I just looked at the colors that were on the DSP, and that's what I used for the card. So everything looks really, really good and coordinates. I love that about Stampin' Up, right? All the coordination. All right, now we also want this Sororo. I think it's a Sororo. And I'm doing that with the Granny Apple. So I'm just stamping them white. Now I'm going to be cutting these out because now I think this one, yeah, this one punches, but it's just as easy to cut it out. All right, let's see, what else do I want? I want my Shaded Spruce. And this one, I kept saying, what the heck is this? Is it aloe vera? I'm not for sure. All right, so that's Shaded Spruce. All right, so that's my pieces. Oop, I had a little something on that one. Hold on a minute. Hold on. A little something, something. So when you get something on it, you get your magical Scotch tape, and that'll just pick it right off. All right, so I'm going to stamp it again. Much better, much better. All right, now let's do the inside. So the inside, I'm going to do, I think this is a barrel cactus. I think, let me make sure there's nothing on this one. It looks like there's something right there. Let's see. Magical, magical Scotch tape. All right, so we're gonna do, so Joe, you're kind of seeing one of the cards that's in the class. Now, the class, they have a private video that they get the link to. All right, so, oh, what the heck? Oh, no wonder. I put it up, I put on the thing upside down. Oh, for Pete's sake. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens if I do double. Well, that's kind of weird. All right. Well, you know what? Watch this. Watch this. Do I have any more cut? It's one of those days. If I don't, then, all right. We're just going to play, and then I will redo this before I send the card to anybody, and then I'll show you the other one. All right, so we're just going to, I can't believe I put that on backwards. All right, so we're just going to put the little arms on. I guess it's a two-sided stamp, right? All right. It actually kind of looks cool. All right, I might be able to mess with it. Let me see. There's no mistakes in stamping, only design changes. Because when I'm looking on the camera, it almost looks cool. All right. Because what I could do is take my gel pen. Let's see, my white gel pen. Because now it's got like a dark and a light. So it's almost got like a, whatchamacallit. It's got like a shadow, right? So it looks kind of cool. But anyway, so we'll see. All right, and then I'm going to go Let's On Point. I just won't glue it. And then I'll re-stamp another one. All right, so we have Hope Your Day is on point. And I'll stamp one before I, put the card together to send anybody. But it kind of looks kind of cool. All right. Here I was. That's what the little dot was because I had it upside down. Heavens to Betsy. All right, so let's see. I also want to do hello, and I'm going to stamp hello off to the side because it's going to be stuck behind the cactuses. I need to bring this a little closer to me so I can see. So I'm just stamping it off to this edge here. All right. Let me close the pad. Now I also used, there's a new splatter, Stripes and Splatters. It's in the mini catalog. And I used that embossing folder on the little circle that all this is going to get stuck on. And to me, here, I'll show you. So look how cute this is. But to me, doesn't that almost remind you of like a globe? Can you see that? It kind of reminds me of like a globe. And those are all like the lands and stuff. All right. So let's see. That's over there. Then we're going to cut that out with the snips. And it's super quick to cut out. All right. All right. Now what you want to do is these are going to go inside the pots, right? So now this is the one that I made a boo-boo on, so it's just going to be in the garbage. All right. So what you're going to do is I want you to go like this, and you're going to make yourself like this little thing that you can put your adhesive on to go inside the pot. So we're just going to cut this around. I am putting a little bit of a white edge around it. The punch, when it punches out, like I said, this actually will be punch. Like this has it will punch that out because I believe it will. I'm second guessing myself. But the punch, it doesn't leave a white border. It punches it totally out, which is super cool. So if I use the punch during the class, then I didn't leave the white border so that the cactuses look the same. So as I bring you other cards from the class over the next few days, or probably into next week too, because Die Shorts is, I've got a fun thing to share with you that has nothing to do with this class. So sometimes I don't do the white border, and that's why. Because if the punch does one thing, then I do the same thing, just so that it looks all cohesive. Look, wasn't that a big word? Are you proud of me? All right. Now, sometimes I use big words, and then later I'm like, oh, that wasn't even what I meant. But anyways. All right. So cut, cut, cut. So these are fun when you do all the fussy cutting. And this is an easy one to fussy cut. But a lot of times this is great when you have like a TV show, because then you can just get all your stamping done, and then while you watch your TV show or the rain, then you can sit and cut. And I need to look, since we've had so much rain, because remember we had the roofer guy, we had our roof, the roof in my studio had a leak on the side. So I should look, because now we've had enough rain that I should be able to see if it is good or not. All right, so same thing. Boop. And now you have a little thing to stick in the pot. All right, now I'm going to use this is Mango Melody. I'm just going to trim that a little bit so that we can stick it in the punch and punch out the little blossom. All right. I'm also going to put some ribbon on here. So I'm kind of going like here and there and everywhere. I just don't want to get this stuck on the card and then forget that I have a ribbon to put on there. All right. So this is just the twines. They also got the fan baker's twine. So I'm going to double loop-de-loo that. So it's nice. I modified my class structure so that you don't make multiples anymore. So you make just single cards, right? And then I've been adding more product to it so that you can, you know, cut as much as you want. I'm just putting Scotch tape on there to hold that. So anyway, so I've heard good reviews, and I'm excited that you like that. All right, so I'm going to turn this upside down, because then also, you know, you're not getting just, you know, a yard of this ribbon, or, you know, 2 of that or 3 or that. You're getting the whole package. So then if you want to make more, you can make more. All right. So now I just turn it upside down, because there's my little tails. And then they just kind of fall. And I just like kind of cut them, and that allows it to kind of, you know, do its curly little stuff on its own. All right. Now this is going to go on here. So I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. And that was one other thing that they got in the class. They got a package of dimensionals, and they also got a package of the classic matte dots. And they also got to pick a celebration item. So that was cool. All right, so let me get dimensionals here out of my drawer. All right. Oh, look, they were right there. What the heck? All right, so let's get some dimensionals going here. And I'm putting dimensionals not only because I'm putting tone on tone, so I'm putting basic white on top of basic white, but because it's got this baker's twine back there. If I'd have just used adhesive, it wouldn't have stuck as well, because that twine, the thickness of the twine would be holding the cardstock, so it would stick up here, and then this wouldn't catch the glue as well. So I always use either glue dots or dimensionals. All right, so let's stick this on here. Very good. All right, so let's bring our card over. You can stick that on here. And I keep putting, oh, I put my seal places, and then I can't see it. And the punch was hiding it. All right. And my chair has gotten super low. All right, so there is that. Now again, remember, I'm going to do my inside, but I'll show you the other one that's all the way done to show you what it's supposed to look like. All right, so let's put this together. So I love this. So this is just the circle, layering circles. And I did shaded spruce because I did shaded spruce ink. And shaded spruce is part of this DSP. All right, so then we're going to put our little cactuses in their pots. So we're just going to use that little tail that I have with the glue dot and stick it in the pot. So you can have it go as far as you want. All right. And the same with this one. Hi, Juan. Oh, you fell asleep? Today is a good day, right? To just curl up with a blanket, watch a movie, read a book. Jeff's home, so I'm glad he's home because he was hunting and it would have been miserable out there. Plus, you know, he took a couple days off, and then he's not having to drive home in the rain. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on the circle with dimensionals. So I'm just putting dimensionals on. I am straddling a dimensional between this, and that's just going to secure that cactus in there a little bit more. And I'm also going to glue it so that the top of the cactus sticks out of the circle, so then I don't want to put a dimensional up here. So just kind of, you know where you're sticking things while you're putting stuff on. All right. So we're going to put our little cactus over here like that. And then we're going to put this one on here as well. And I'm going to put this one kind of in the front. So I'm only going to put my dimensionals over here because this is going to touch this, right? So I'm only going to put dimensionals over here. Otherwise, it would be all crooked because of if you put it here, then it's got this layer and that layer, and then your cactus would be crooked. So I'm just putting 3 on this side. And if 3 dimensionals don't hold this cactus on the card, there's something wrong with the dimensionals, because that is plenty. All right. So I'm just bringing this over. And like I said, I'm going to put this down. And now visually, this plant is in front of this one because it's closer. All right. We also want to put this on with the glue dot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the glue dot, because sometimes you put the little blossoms behind, but I want this to be on the front this time. So I'm just going to take my glue dot and I'm going to roll it with my pick tool, and that just makes it skinnier. Hi, Sherry. That's okay. Excuse me. I'm probably missing some of you. Nancy and Mary. Okay, so your little glue dot, and then that's just going to go on there. Me and my throat. It's probably time for another endoscopy. All right, let's see. So this is going to go on here. So I'm going to put this on here before I do my hello. All right. So this is going to go in there. So I'm going to flip this. I only want my dimensionals on the top and the bottom, because it's going to, excuse me, it's going to straddle. Oh, you get drink of water. It was so bad yesterday. Oh. I think it's been a couple years since I had one of those throat things. Okay. So I'm going to put them on the top and the bottom, because this right here is where the ribbon's going to go. So we just want to straddle that ribbon. Heavens. And it's so funny. It makes me think of Granny, because Granny would say, oh, I'm having a coughing jag, and then she'd want a Tic Tac. Maybe I'm turning into Granny. I apologize. All right. So this is going to go on here. And then we're going to put our greeting. So the little hello, I'm just going to put on with glue dots. So I'm going to stick it back here, but I don't want to see this in here. So that's why I stamped it over to the side, so I can cut that in half. And I think that came from Beautiful Trees. This is where I got this little rectangle. You could cut that with your scissors too if you wanted. All right, so that's just going to go there. So see how it's going behind this cactus, but I don't want it to stick into the in between there. All right, so there's your cute little hello. And then they also got, oh, happy hump day. All right, they also got a pack of the classic matte dots. And so on a lot of the cards, we put the little dots on the cactuses, right? But this one I wanted to be a little bit different. And I'm going to put them on the planter. And I thought they made the planter look super cute. So just in the center of that diamond there. I made myself a list of everything I had to do today. And one of those was to do my nails. And I had hoped to get them done before the video, but I'll do them after. So tomorrow, I'll have a different nail polish color. All right. Well, tomorrow I don't do lives, right? Friday, I will. All right, so let me just tighten that up a little bit. So look how cute. I'm going to fiddle fart with my tails just a tad. There we go. We'll trim those just a little bit. That's better. So look how cute that is. And then let me show you. All right, so here, so they're very, very similar, right? But here's the inside. So look how cute it should be. Not that this one isn't. I mean, it kind of is cool, you know, because it looks like it has a shadow, but that's not how it intended. So I'm going to totally like cut some more paper and DSP and make it be like this. And then I also, but I can show you on this one. I also took my light gray granite and we're going to put a ground. So have you ever done that? Where you put the, I might have to get off of here. So this just makes this pop, even though it's stamped right on there. There's no, it's not cut out or whatever. Oh my gosh. It just makes that pop, right? Because you put that little bit of gray border around it. You put the ground. This one has all that visual popping with all the dimensionals. But I love doing that. So I love this set. I can't wait to show you another few of the cards probably next week. All right. So let me see. Did I flip? Yes. Oh my gosh. So I apologize with all my coughing. My coughing jag. I'm trying to think if I took my, I think I took my medicine this morning. I have to take medicine. I have like silent, what is it called? Silent, I don't know what it is. But this thing doesn't close. This is too much medical information. My thing doesn't close. So it allows like silent gases to come up and mess with my throat. So I have to take medicine for that. Oh, it's so nice to get old and have problems. All right, so I'm glad you like that. So I will cut that and fix that before I forget. And, oh, and I didn't do the envelope. So this is what I did with the other envelope. I just stamped on it. Pretty simple. So I'll do my envelopes too, but, so anyways. So I'm glad you like that. Thanks so much. Oh, the pink pot. I do too. I love that fresh freesia color. So anyways, so make sure you say hi to your dad, McKenna. Give him a big hug for us. So anyway, so I will see you. I won't see you tomorrow because I don't do lives on Thursday. And I will see you Friday for my Dies shorts. And that's 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. And if you're in Arizona or anywhere that it's raining or snowing, be safe. If you can stay home, stay home. And have some hot cocoa, put your thick socks on and put a good movie on and just have a great night, okay? All right, so thanks so much for spending some time with me today. You make me feel so good when you do, and I love our little chats on the side, and I will see you Friday. All right, have a great night. Bye for now.